My name's James Hay, and my potluck is Robert Klaus's 1973 Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. I was first introduced to this film when I was a wee boy, when my dad would come in on a Sunday night and he'd put in whatever tape he fancied in the VHS player. So if that was The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Bruce Lee films, or an old horror film that my mum would despise us watching, this was our entertainment when we were wee. This film manages to blend so many genres that by the end of it turns into an espionage, blaxploitation, comedy martial arts film that just totally leaves you breathless at the end of it, regardless of whether it's with awe or utter confusion. Lee finds himself invited to a martial arts contest, hosted by criminal mastermind Mr. Han. Because he's I didn't write it, I'm sorry. Anyway, Han invites many fighters from all over the world to attend this martial arts contest. But this is actually a ploy just to paddle all his wares across the world. You know, such as female white slaves and barrels of opium. You're probably wondering why, of all people, of all fighters, of all nationalities, of all distinct responsibilities, why is Bruce Lee asked to go and be a secret agent? Because it's 1970s. The film ends with Lee in a Colosseum in Rome. And guess who turns up? Aye, Chuck Norris. Suffice to say, they have at it and have a good square goes, and you'll never guess this. Bruce Lee beats the absolute crap out of him. And a wee cat's watching the whole thing, a wee kitten. Look at it, it's so cute. Unfortunately, this was Bruce Lee's last finished film.
Warner Brothers presents Enter the Dragon.
Now, one of my favourite things about this film has to be its soundtrack. Now, a lot of Japanese and Chinese films were always having the same kind of sounds and music to their films, but this film really kind of broke the thematic habits that the film seemed to fall into. The soundtrack is composed by Argentinian musician Lalo Schifrin, who creates a sort of John Barry soundtrack similar to that of a James Bond film. But I have to say, this has got to be one of my favourite films, and it's really responsible for getting me into all the films I'm into nowadays. With all the different genres culminating together in the badass soundtrack, it really sets a bar for a lot of martial arts and espionage films even today.